Good evening. Welcome to Mr. Bettino's science class. Hey, I just want you to know, as a teacher, I've been doing this for 16 years. I've been at La Paz for 14 of those 16 years, and I absolutely love teaching. That's my number one passion, and then my second passion when it comes to my career is science. Just working with students, getting to know them, supporting them, trying to make science, engaging and fun and interesting. And, just those things are so huge, especially for eighth graders. So, I'm here to support you guys. I'm here to support your students. If you want to get a hold of me, I have an email. There's a Remind app as well. Parents, you can sign in on that too. You can just go to my Google Classroom and there's directions on how to do that. Just a little bit about myself. As you can see, this little picture is covering it up, but my family and I love going to the beach. I have a beautiful family, 4 kids, awesome wife, and yeah, we just love doing stuff at the beach. There's me trying to surf, and I think from a young age, my interest in science stemmed from my love of the ocean. And I went to UC Santa Barbara. I lived in Hawaii, did research. I have a master's degree looking at marine microbiology. Anything else related to the ocean, I'm pretty into, and that transfers over to my love for science as well, and just getting students into it. Okay. So, what's your student doing this year? Well, they're gonna right now. I'm sure you've seen the geologic time they're looking into, like looking at the rock layers and the Earth's history and fossils and understanding that. We'll get into some natural selection, evolution, things like that. Second trimester, physics, forces, Newton's laws, various different things related to that. And then third trimester is kind of a mix of things, but looking at information technology, looking at Earth and human activity, and then solar system and the universe. So quite a mix, and we just hit a lot of different things, but I think it makes it interesting because the students get a real good look at different parts of science. If you're wondering about supplies, the spiral notebook is what we want them to have for taking notes, recording observations and thoughts. Everything they do in the notebook has a number, so it's really good to have them keep things in the notebook in order, something to refer back to. We always want to make sure we're going back to our notes. That's going to help us learn the best. So if they don't have one, I encourage you to get one for them, a section of the notebook or just an individual notebook. That works great. The science workbook right there, this thing is you've probably seen this lying around. We're using this. This particular one is for this unit. There's 3 more that they're going to be using throughout the year as well. All right. Just so you know, because it's distance learning, I can't see the notebook physically. They're going to have to take pictures and show their work and post them on Google Classroom in different ways. Okay. When it comes to Zoom meetings, encourage your students to show up on time. Usually takes a couple minutes to take roll, but then I get right into it, and I don't want them to miss anything at the beginning of class. So it's really important that they're there right on time and they stay till the end. I'll dismiss them at the very end. Also, please encourage your student, if they have their profile picture must be a picture of themselves. We're getting some strange pictures in the profiles, and we don't, it's better to have a picture of themselves so we know. It helps us kind of get to know them a little bit. And then most importantly, if they can have their video on during a majority of the class time, that's extremely helpful too. Just makes it so much more personable. And that's the biggest thing with distance learning that we're missing out on, is just making that personal connection with kids and kids amongst kids as well. So please encourage them to do that. And it's also that way I know they're there too, and I can ask them questions and things like that. We also offer the tutorial time after lunch, Tuesday through Friday. So if they have any missing assignments, if they were absent, anything like that, tutorial is available for those different things. I will also send emails requesting certain students to come to tutorial. So please check your email, have them check their emails. So that's just like, hey, you're missing the X, Y, and Z. Please come to my tutorial this Thursday, and I expect to see them there. Google Classroom is our #1 mode of sending information out. So we have assignments, announcements, class resources. Two main pages I use within Google Classroom are #1, the stream. So the stream is just the announcements that'll be posted. Sometimes it'll be a Zoom link, a special announcement, anything like that. That's a great way to kind of see what's going on. And then secondly, the classwork tab has all the assignments for the week. I post the Zoom link, the agenda, so that you can see what their student needs to turn in. And then I also have the assignment. So like 3.1 is the first assignment for week 3. So it's real like congruent. Week 3 is 3 point whatever. 3.1a goes with 3.1, so that's why it's not its own assignment. So that's just like something like to kind of help support 3.1. 3.2 is the next assignment. So it's real in order, easy to follow. Kids should know exactly what to do, no excuses. Usually all the work is done at the end of the week, so we just kind of keep it rolling, keep things moving in a particular direction. Here's the science department website. Please check that out. It's just there to give additional info. It's just all the information about science, how to be successful, grades, Zoom information, stuff I'm talking about here. So that's a great resource. I also link this into my email. So if you email me, I'll respond. This will always be at the bottom of my email if you guys want to check it out. The approach for grading is we like to focus on what the students learn and what they can do as a result of their learning. We highly encourage test assignment corrections and improvements. We highly encourage that, and we give students better grades as a result. So if they get a C on an assignment, for instance, they can fix it, turn it all in. If everything looks perfect, they get an A+. Same with assessments. They can retake their assessments. There are some procedures with that. It's not simply redoing it, the original test. There's a bunch of different things they have to do, but if they're proactive and do those things, I will allow for retakes. So retakes usually take place during tutorial. But yeah, it's really important. I want students to meet their goals and be 100% successful. I don't give extra credit because I'd rather the assignments are there. I want them to redo and improve upon what's already been done. So that we can move forward and be successful. For regular 8th grade science class, it's the assessments and the practice work are split 50-50 as far as, so we do weight the grades. The work habits are 0%, but the way that work habits go is if they're turning things on time, they're going to get a great work habits grade. If they're turning things in late, it's going to affect their work habits grade, S and U if they turn in everything late. So that's the effect of that. So we want to encourage students to get things in on time, but we also want to make sure they know that even if they turn in late, they can get full credit. As for honor students, we expect high levels of consistent achievement. So they should be getting at least an A in my class, and if not, they should be correcting their work and fixing things. We do extended curriculum with honors kids. So there are times when they have an extended assignment. It's a little different, a little more involved. So that's kind of the approach with the honors kids. The grade is broken up a little bit differently. It's a 60% assessment, 40% practice work. So we lean more heavily with the assessments with the honors kids, and the work habits work the same as in the regular class. Okay, to be successful, if you want to support your students, these are things you can do on a weekly basis. Just check out their science notebook, see if they're doing their notes and if they're keeping things in order. Check out the assignments in their student planner. So I have the students write the agenda in their planner every Monday. So if you want to check the planner on Monday, just see if it's filled out for science. It should have multiple days written in there. If not, you can check the Google Classroom to make sure they're doing it right. Before any assessments, encourage your students to study, not to just show up and wing it. Check grades at least once a week, see how they're doing, if they're on top of things, and then they can always improve their grades throughout the trimester by redoing assignments, retaking quizzes, tests, and all that stuff. And then come to a Zoom meeting. I encourage a student to do that if they need any help. And if they want to set up a specific time, just have them email me. Okay, and then lastly, just we encourage you all as parents and guardians support. One way you can support La Paz is by becoming an STPO member, and there's directions on how to do that right there. And all the donations obviously support La Paz in so many different ways. And then if you're interested in volunteering, you can see there's a bunch of different ways you can help volunteer for STPO chair positions. And then, yeah, there's email. You can get a hold of somebody if you have any questions, and check out the website as well, lapazstpo.org for that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I believe education is a team effort. So I need your support, parents and guardians, to help your student be successful. Please contact me if you ever have any questions or concerns. I am here to help. I'm here to support. That's my job. So, and I love doing it. So please reach out if you need anything, and I will thank you for your time.